Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant, Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. Now, coming to the market yesterday, it was, I would say, a very volatile day. In fact, yes, of course, it was expected because it was a expiry, but then the market was on a completely positive bias till the day end, I would say, and the last half an hour, the from 3 p.m. to 3:30, it totally changed the way the market outlook was. In fact, it went on a big negative candle. In fact, you should look at the chart. The way the Nifty actually fell at the last half an hour was something big. Oh my God. In fact, it was good that we actually booked some profits and came out by afternoon. And this has been a common scenario that we've been seeing in all the expiries nowadays, isn't it? The last half an hour has been a big volatile movement and trapping a lot of people who were actually holding positions. So it's actually good that new strategy is actually working wonders for us. In fact, the week last Friday, we had made big losses, and in the just this 1 week, we've not only recovered, but I'm really proud that all of us at Gold Plus have actually not only recovered but made more than 0.5% returns for the week. So that was something really amazing. So the week, of course, was good, I would say, because we could continue to recover the loss and not just recover, but we could end with a profit. But if you look at Nifty, the Nifty actually opened at 18,358 and closed at 18,343. Not a big difference, a small negative. But then in between this day, it was huge volatile movements which actually trapped a lot of people. So that's, of course, what is happening in the market. So, what is interesting is yesterday both DIS as well as FIs have been net buyers for almost 400, 500 crores, each one of them. Though not big buying, but then in spite of that, the Nifty could see this huge fall in the market. So it was like, big, volatility that is actually continuing right now. The markets have been actually very volatile for this entire financial year, I would say. But, initially, because of this volatility, a lot of traders have been actually making losses. But proudly, I can say that at Gold Plus and MPA family, we've been actually making consistent returns week on week. And, without a single week going into loss, I think last 3 months, I think. Yeah. So apart from that, if you look at what's happening in the stock side, we could see, Tata Motors actually falling after the head of JLR actually said that he's resigning from the post. So that's, I think, a temporary loss. Probably we should actually recover. Meanwhile, there is also good news for Tata Motors, wherein Tata Motors has got a big order of almost 1,000 buses. So that's something really good. So, of course, auto sector was kind of, not only auto sector, I would say all sectors for that matter was actually falling on the last half. And that could be actually, probably because of the expiry. So I would not attribute it to weakness in the market, but I would attribute more of the expiry yesterday. And apart from that, probably today we could probably get a direction for the Nifty for now. If you look at today morning, we could see, in fact, SGX Nifty again has gone up slightly. So probably we could have not a big movement, but still probably you could see a flat to slightly positive opening in the day today. So that's something which would be okay. Major focus would be continuing on IT sector, because what happened yesterday after Indian markets closed is also interesting. In the US, we could see the US market actually opening with a big gap down, but then it recovered quite a lot by the closing time. So that was something good, I would say. So yeah, of course, there are a lot of talks going on. Some Federal Reserve members have actually come out and said that the interest rate hikes are not going to stop, but going to continue at a faster pace. And not only that, the recession fears are on. The results season is kind of over. So all these are kind of negatives. The bond yields are rising in US. So with all these things, there are jitters in the US. But then one thing I would say is this could all be just reasons, but it is just basically the consolidation of the market, majorly after the big rise that was there in the US last week. So last Friday, you must be remembering, last Thursday night Indian time, we could see the US market rallying up, and last Friday it put us all into a lot of trouble with a big gap up. So such things are kind of common when it is a market which is having no direction. So right now I would say it looks like the US market has actually found a new low, and as long as the new low is not broken, I think that this could be also a reversal in the US market. So that's something that we need to watch out for. These kind of noise in the market is common during this kind of time. So that's what my experience in the stock market says. So we could see jittery movements here and there, but then this is just part of the market at this kind of situation. I would say market would take some more time to stabilize. But then, yes, the outlook on market is still, of course, positive. Now, of course, like I always say, we never predict the market, but just anticipate the market. So I am anticipating more of a positive move, I would say, in the upcoming weeks. Probably it could like kind of go subtle in the December, and by January, as the next result season start, probably that could be time where we could see Nifty even breaking the highs. So we don't know. So that's something that we need to watch out for. Similarly, on the downside, now 18,000 actually looks like a very good support. So, unless 18,000 is broken on the downside, I would say market can actually kind of stay sideways or slightly in the positive direction. But for a bullish move to actually come, we need to see the Nifty actually breaking 18,450. Until then, a bullish movement may not be seen. So that's something that needs to be watched out for now. So being a Friday, the weekend closing, we of course are expecting the market to continue to be volatile after such a big move yesterday. So let's see how the market actually turns up. And there's no other big news coming up in the US also. So I'm expecting this weekend to be more of a calm one, unlike what happened last week. So that's on the cards for the market right now, I would say. Apart from that, if you look at the important data of the market, I would say two stocks were in focus: Paytm and Nykaa. You know the reason why. Because we have discussed this earlier also, that the anchor investors lock-in period is over, so they are going to have some offloading. So we could also see, Paytm hitting an all-time low after a big sell-off by SoftBank. So that was something which was, putting the price lower. And Paytm, I'm sure people who have taken the Paytm IPO must be actually in a bad situation. I hope, at least like we have discussed earlier, it is always good to exit bad stock quickly and move that money to something else. So that's something which was important. But apart from that, if you look at Nykaa, today there is a huge sell-off. Yesterday also there was a huge sell-off. Today also there is a huge sell-off by I think TPG Capital. So which is almost 1,000 crores worth of shares. So definitely we are going to see some fall in Nykaa today as well. So that's something to be foreseen. But among these, like I've been telling you, why I've been kind of little positive on Nykaa is that Nykaa, among all the startups which have listed in the last 1 year, is of course positive. I mean, in terms of their performance and profit, definitely it has not been a consistent performance, but I would say it is still in a profitable business. And I would say the business model is good. To the sector in which they are playing is really good. So over a long-term period, definitely this is looking good. But then, of course, short-term, this pain is of course there, that the anchor investors might think of offloading their shares. So that is something that needs to be looked at. And of course, right now, Nykaa bonus shares have also not been credited to our account. Even though I got a message that it's credited, it is not showing up in the trading section. So that's something that we are waiting for. So definitely this is something, this is a move, I would say, over smart move by the company to actually probably stop the selling. But probably it has not worked, I would say. So that's what we can see in the market right now. But then as a long-term investor, you don't have to be worried because the fundamentals are kind of good. And the company is also looking strong with a good future. So that's something that we could say, could be a short-term weakness seen. So apart from that, if you look at for important levels for today, I would say the important level on the downside would be 18,300. 18,300 is an important support. And on the higher side, 18,450 is to be watched, because until 18,450 is broken, we would not see a big momentum kicking in to actually take the Nifty higher. So till then, probably we could see a sideways market with, of course, volatility present here and there. So that's a part of it. So as we come to end of the week, it is the last trading day of the week. Looking forward to a good weekend. Let us catch up on Sunday for the weekly meeting. So with all this, I'm sure all of you would be having a great week close. Let us enjoy the weekend and catch up on this special meeting for the MPI community members. If you're not a part of the community yet, do join the community by going to the link given in the scroll here. So with that, this is Srikant and signing off. But before we leave, do remember to press the like button, that of course motivates us, and do click on the share button and share this with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. So let us all grow financially together. Goodbye. Have a great weekend. This is Srikant and signing off.